Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Nancy. Usually in this channel I post teaching related content, but this year I want to start including more of lifestyle content, and that's only with one purpose in mind: decluttering. So I have been thinking for a while, and I've come to the decision that I'm going to start decluttering because I want to own less things. This year I'm going to be doing a low buy, no buy year. Now, some people might be familiarized with the low buy, no buy challenge or concept here on YouTube, and other people might not be familiar with that. So basically, every person has their own rules. They can either go on a low buy, no buy for a month, or a low buy, no buy for a year, and then that person decides on, they kind of see their patterns of where they spend money that either they shouldn't be spending or that it's just being wasteful, and they get a category of things that they're not going to be repurchasing or buying at all. So right here I have a notebook. I've listed 25 things that I'm not going to be buying this year. And like I said, that's only with one purpose in mind: decluttering. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be decluttering. I'm going to be going on a low buy, no buy in order to save money. So I am a teacher, but I'm currently in school to pursue a master's in speech language pathology, and I want to save up for that. Going to school here in the United States is very expensive, so I want to start doing this, and hopefully we'll see how this year goes with the low buy, no buy, but I want to be able to make that like a lifestyle where I'm just buying the things that I need. Well, let's go ahead and get into the things that I'm not going to be buying. And like I said, every person has like their own set of rules as to if they're going to buy things or not, what they do allow themselves to buy, or things that they're going to allow themselves to repurchase. So the first thing that I'm not going to allow myself to buy is clothing, because that's the number one thing that I have an issue with. So I have been noticing my behaviors. So I usually go shopping once like every 2 weeks, just out of something to do, just out of like a hobby. So I don't need to buy any clothing. I'm actually in the process of decluttering clothing, and I don't need any more of it. Now, here is a catch. I will allow myself to buy 2 things every month, but that's because I want to build a capsule wardrobe. So that's something that I'm going to allow myself to do. So no more shopping, only 2 pieces of clothing, and that's in order to build my TAM capsule wardrobe. The second thing that I'm not going to be allowing myself to buy this year is makeup. That's really tricky for me because, like I said, I would go shopping just out of boredom. The only thing that I will allow myself to buy in regards to makeup is repurchase items. So let's pretend like my mascara runs out. I'm going to buy that exact mascara. So no makeup unless that it's a repurchase and that I feel that I do need it. Also, the third thing is skincare. I feel like my skin is at a pretty good point right now, and that's because I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed at all right now. So because I'm not stressed and I'm drinking a lot of water, I'm taking my vitamins, and I'm sleeping my hours, my skin shows it, and my skin has been pretty clear this year. Yeah, so I think that I have a skincare routine that works for me. And I don't need to go out there and look for the next best whatever item that they're trying to sell you. So I'm going to keep my skincare how I have it, and if I am to run out of something, I'm going to repurchase that certain item, and that's it. So no more skincare. The next thing that I'm not going to buy this year are shoes. I have plenty of them. My closet is full. I don't need any shoes, so I'm just not going to buy them. Now, moving on, handbags. So I'm not going to buy any purses. The next thing that I'm not going to do this year is I'm not going to get any nail polish done in my nails. For the longest time, I had been going once a month or once like every 2 to 3 weeks to a place to get my nails done. So I would get my nails done with gel, I would get a pedicure, and then I would tip the lady, and then because I was already out, I would go and buy food. Do I really need to be doing that? No. And then in February, actually in March, when the whole closures happened, the lockdowns happened because of the pandemic, that's the last time that I went, and I haven't wear nail polish on my nails. I did go out and purchase nail polish, but I didn't even apply it on my nails. And the truth is that I'm starting to like more of the natural looks on my nails because they just look healthy. So I'm just going to keep them this way. Whenever it's safe to go out into salons again, I am going to treat myself to a pedicure once like every so often. But I think that 2021 is basically going to be very similar to how 2020 was. So as of right now, for this year, I'm just going to say no to nail polish and no to pedicures. I can do it myself at home, so not this year. Another thing that I'm not going to be buying are books. I have a stack of books that I am trying to sell, so I'm not going to be buying any books. And then once I'm finished reading the books that I currently have, I want to get a Kindle, so that way I can declutter all those books, donate them, and just have one thing that's going to hold all my books or all my ebooks, and that's that. I'm going to have less things around me. So that's something that I want to do in the near future once I declutter all those books, because I've read through them. But this year, no books. Also, I am not going to be buying any makeup tools. So like I said earlier, I'm not going to be buying any makeup. I'm not going to be buying any makeup tools either. I have plenty of brushes and I don't even use half of them. The only thing that I will allow myself to repurchase are sponges, because those do need to be repurchased every certain number of months. Another thing that I'm not going to be buying this year are products from Bath and Body Works. So this one was a little bit hard for me to come to a decision, but I've decided that I'm not going to be shopping at Bath and Body Works this year. So basically, I would go shopping at Bath and Body Works 2 times every year, usually during the sales in January, and then the other one in the summer. I don't remember if it's June or July. I would get like a lot of things like lotions, shower gels, hand sanitizers or hand lotions, and then like I have plenty of them. I am not going to be buying any more shower gels because that's not really a need. And then the lotions, I feel like they don't really hydrate my body. And I have plenty of hand sanitizers to keep me going through this year, and I have plenty of hand lotions to keep me going through the rest of the year. So I'm not even going to step a foot at Bath and Body Works this year, because I don't want to fall in the trap that it's just $2 or it's $3. No, I don't need it. So I'm not going to be allowing myself to buy that. Also, I'm not going to be allowing myself to buy shower gels at all. So I currently have one in the restroom, and then I have one under my cabinet there in the restroom under my sink. So once those 2 are gone, I'm no longer buying shower gels at all, neither from that store or from anywhere, because like I said, I came to realize that like I put it on my body, and once I'm putting it on my body, yes, it smells good, but then once I come out of the shower, like I cannot smell it anymore. And I already use like a bar soap, and then I use the shower gel after that. Like I don't need to be putting so many products in my body. So I'm just going to quit the shower gels once I'm out of those 2. The next thing that I'm not going to be allowing myself to buy school supplies. That was a little bit hard for me to decide, But yes, I've decided that I'm not going to be buying school supplies, so no markers, no highlighters, no pens, no agendas, no notebooks, no folders. So this year I moved to a different school, and luckily the classroom that I got has plenty of things, and therefore I don't feel the need to buy. There's a stack of notebooks, there's a stack of lined paper and markers and Crayolas, so I don't feel the need to buy any. Also, because the students are currently remote learning, so they're at home, their parents bought them their own things. Usually when the students are in the classroom, there's some students that don't take their own supplies and that you do need to provide for them, and usually that comes out of our own pocket, whether people realize it or not. Teachers do supply their own classrooms. So this year I don't feel that I need to buy anything because the students are at home, and also because what I already have in my classroom, I think that that's enough. Once those things are to run out, I can then repurchase, but I don't think that they're going to run out anytime soon. So no school supplies this year. Another thing that I'm not going to allow myself to buy this year are candles. I have plenty of them. I live in a very hot place, and it might be weird, but I don't like to burn candles in the summer. I just like to burn them during the winter. Right now we're supposedly in winter and the weather is like 70 something. I had my window open just now. So no more candles. I don't like to burn them. Only in where I live it's only winter for 3 months, so no, I have them. I don't need any more candles. Another thing that I'm not going to be buying this year are souvenirs or knickknacks. So if I am to go on a trip, I'm not going to bring souvenirs home anymore. Like, there's no need to fill up your house with something random that you're not going to even use. Usually when I travel, like, something that I like to bring home are mugs, but they don't even fit in our cabinets anymore, so I'm just not going to buy them. I think that the best souvenir is just a picture, so no more souvenirs, no more knickknacks. Now the next thing are sunglasses. So this past year I purchased a pair of sunglasses. I currently have like 4 pairs of Ray-Bans. I think that's more than enough, so I don't need any more sunglasses. Those 4 are pretty good and in pretty good condition, so no more sunglasses for me this year. Another thing that I'm not going to buy are cell phone chargers, so no chargers for me this year. If I am to only have one, then I'm going to take really good care of that one, and I don't need multiples. Okay, so I'm not going to buy them. Now the next thing are throw pillows. So people usually like to have their beds really pretty with their bedding and a bunch of throw pillows, but the truth is that they're just there. No more throw pillows for me this year, and no more beddings either. Like, I have one. Usually, like, I would go to the store and I would just see one that I like better than the one that I have and I would buy it. No, if the one that I have is in good conditions, I'll just keep it. Now, if something is to happen to it where it rips, like, I'm going to replace it, but I'm going to keep it for as long as I can, and no more throw pillows because there's no purpose to having them, in my opinion. So no more throw pillows. Also, no more throw blankets, and no more journals. I have plenty of them. I don't need any more. Another thing that I just mentioned is the bedding. No more beddings. But unless that something happens to the one that I currently have, then I would allow myself to buy another one. Another thing, this is going to be very hard for me, but no more mugs, cups, tumblers, or bottles of water. I love collecting mugs and tumblers and like these kind of stuff. Like, I like cups and tumblers, my bottle of water there. I have plenty of them. Like, I have 1 hydro flask and 1 Yeti. That's more than enough. And then I own like 6 tumblers like this one from Starbucks. no, I don't need them. Like, I don't even have space for them anymore, so I don't need them. The next thing that I'm not going to allow myself to buy this year are apps. I'm not going to buy apps, any apps this year. Another thing that I'm not going to be doing is I'm not going to be buying any workout equipment. Now for this, I have come to realize what I do enjoy. The only thing that I do use is a yoga mat, and that's because I like to do Pilates. So that's the only workout that I enjoy. That's the only thing that I'm going to do it, and it's free. I actually do it here on YouTube. I do it from Blogulate, so it's free, and I only need a yoga mat, and that's a workout that I enjoy. So I don't have the necessity to go out and buy workout equipment that's just going to sit in my garage and it's not going to be used, and it's just going to accumulate dust, be more cluttered, and the list goes on and on. So no more workout equipment. Another thing that's going to be very hard for me is I am not going to buy any more tea. I love to drink tea, and I have a cabinet full of them. The only thing that I will allow myself to do is if I run out of a certain box of tea, like I will allow myself to buy that certain flavor. But I'm not going to be buying new flavors that I have more than enough to last me throughout this whole year. So no more tea. And I am not going to buy any hair tools or hair products this year. I don't even do my hair on a regular basis, so I don't need hot tools. And I only need a flat iron, because with that flat iron I can either strengthen my hair or I can curl it as well. So I don't need anything, and I only put shampoo in my hair. I don't need any treatment, so no more hair products. I know that was well, maybe it wasn't that long, but I gave you a lot of details as to what I'm going to be allowing myself to buy or not to buy. And maybe for you this sounds very easy. For me, trust me, it's not. My main focus this year is that I'm going to try to declutter things that I don't need. I'm going to either sell or donate them. I'm going to try to use up the products that I have and only repurchase them when necessary. So if I think that it's something that I really need, then I'm going to buy. And more than anything, like I said, is that I have kind of like studied my behaviors, and I would go shopping once like every 2 weeks just out of to have something to do, when in reality I'm already busy. I am a teacher. That itself takes a lot of time because you always have to prepare things, and then I'm currently a student at university, and then I'm also working towards becoming certified with it's called ISTE, so I'm going to be certified with that, and I'm going to be taking like courses for that. I'm going to start being the online fitness teacher for my school this semester, so that's another thing that I'm going to be doing as well. And I was recently hired for VIP Kids, so I'm also going to be starting that sometime either this month or next month. So there's plenty of things that are going to keep me busy. Like I have plenty of things to do. There's no reason why I should be going to the stores just to have something to do. Like, no, I think that I have my mindset to what I want to do, and I think that it's going to be successful. Let me know if you would be interested in knowing what I do buy at the end of every month and then what I decluttered. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Let me know if you're doing a no buy as well and how you're feeling about it. I'm definitely a little bit anxious because I've never done it, and it's a little bit challenging for me. Honestly, it is. But I need to keep in mind my goal, which my goal is that I need to save money, because I am going to put that money towards school in the future. So anyway, I'll see you later. Thank you so much for hanging out.